Hello. So this is my review of the IBanez AC240 open pore guitar. It's made of pretty much all mahogany, solid wood on the top at least, and the sides, I believe they're laminate, but I don't really know. But I would have to say that this, for about $300, if you can get it for $300 or almost $400, would probably be the best guitar in that price range because of how many different types of guitar there are, and this one's pretty much all around. It's pretty much my all around favorite right now. Let me just adjust the camera a little. So as you can hear, I'm using flat tops, but as you can hear, it has a nice all-around mellow tone, and it has a very brilliant voice. Like the best I can say is actually it has full tonal range. Like you can hear pretty much everything in the chord that I play. Like you can hear each and every individual note. And it's just good for chords, single notes, arpeggios, all that kind of thing. Like it's just all around good guitar. Like it fits pretty much any play style. The only thing I could see it not working for is something like super like twangy folk, but even at that point, you can get like kind of twang out of it, but it's not something that you'll really buy the guitar for. But if you want a good all-around guitar, this is pretty much the guitar to go to, especially at this price range. It's a lot mellower than its counterparts. Like I know there's other Ibanez's with Stika spruce tops, like solid Stika spruce tops. Sorry, tongue twister. But those have a more bright and more like that twangy folk sound that you're looking for. If you're looking for a twangy folk sound at all. That's where you go with the Stika spruce, or you go with a more like hard wood, while the mahogany is just like has this mellow undertone and a mellow all around basic sound to it. But it sounds like it's pretty much like quiet, but it's not really all that quiet if you strum harder. Like this is my normal strumming hand, like when I'm strumming, but you can get a huge volume increase out of it just by increasing that probably like 50%, which I'll do right now. And if you hit it even harder, of course it's going to be louder, but it has a good quiet voice where you can play in quietness. Like if you have to, like if you're in a dorm room, or if you're in your parents' house, or if you're just in anywhere in general that you have to be quiet, this is probably a great guitar to have, because not only that is like when you're performing, or when you do have a different aspect of view, like if you're not having to like be quiet at that point in time, you can really strum it and you can hear all the little facets of the sound. But pretty much the construction of the guitar is probably some of the best I've ever seen on an acoustic guitar, especially in the $300 to $400 price range. I mean, I picked up a Taylor before this one, and I actually returned it and I got this one just because of how great the action is set up, and how just how good all around sound it has. And like The only thing that I would say that especially with this guitar, that you have to look for, since it's open pore and it doesn't really have a sealant on it. Well, it has a sealant, but it's not really sealed in the same way that regular guitars are. Is you want to get a humidifier. That's the trade-off. Like something like that, though. Like if you're buying a Taylor, if you're buying a solid top guitar, you're gonna want to get one of those anyways. As far as I can tell, there's no tongue bump. There's no. I mean, this one's perfectly set up. Like you can look straight down the guitar, straight down it, and there's only a slight bend upwards towards the towards the head. So the one thing I would say about it though is since it's like a jack of all trades, there's some stuff that it's not good for, which is like I said, twangy folk or country music. The other thing it's not really good for is like if you want to play metal on acoustic, which I know some people who do. It can be good for it, but like most of the time people are looking for that like high or low end growl, and this one just has more mellow, more out there sound. It's more prominent in that respect. But the mids on this guitar are amazing. The highs, they're nothing really to write home about, but like I said, it's the jack of all trades. It's good for single notes, arpeggios, pretty much everything. All in all, I would give this guitar about a 9.5 out of 10, just because it's so good at it. It's so good at what it does, and it is so good at the price point it is. I got this guitar from Guitar Center. It was the last one they had in stock, and the guy who sold it to me gave me actually 10% off too. So instead of buying the guitar for $300, it came up at $270. So that made it an even better buy, and I literally went with it almost automatically. And I had just returned the Taylor, and the Taylor itself was like almost $1,000, and I was like, no, I don't really like the sound of it. I played it for a while. Doesn't really suit my style because it had that like really twangy, high pitched. It's not that Taylors are bad guitars in my opinion, but it's just they're suited for more like different styles. It's a niche. Like IBanez and electric guitars goes for metal or rock music, just like Fender goes for all around like rock music as well. But it can go. They're basically the jack of all trades. Fender is, but and Gibson is as well in most respects. But it's like Schecter with their Omen or Demon series. Those are like pretty much all metal guitars, rock guitars, punk guitars, and they're geared towards that. And that's what a Taylor is, in my opinion. It's geared toward country, towards all sorts of different little niche topics in it. And this Ibanez anyways, is probably what I'd say the closest I've ever seen to being on a good level for almost every single guitar or a guitar style music that you can play. Like, it's good for punk, it's good for anything you really want to play. Like, the only things that I can really see it not shining too well in is just the metal music and the country music, twangy country music or twangy folk. And that may put you off of it, but for $300, I'd say if you had the choice between this and pretty much any other guitar in the $300 range, the only other experience I've had with $300 acoustic guitar would probably be in Mitchell. It's a Mitchell guitar, which I don't remember the name of now. It's not the one that's on my channel right now, but it was a Mitchell guitar that my friend had owned for a while, and I was playing it. I liked it, but again, it was had way too much niche in it. So all in all, for $300, for the price it's at, for the sound that you get, that good all around tone and that good all around voice that it has, makes it pretty much a great buy in my opinion. And if you can get your hands on one, I would say do it if you can afford it. If not, the Mitchell MD100, I believe it is. That's pretty much the closest I've seen in the $100 or $200 range, maybe. I'm not sure how much they cost now. I bought my Mitchell for like $90 at a Black Friday sale. So back then it used to be more, but I'm gonna be making a couple of videos with this guitar, with the voicing and the sound of like, pretty much like songs and whatnot, but not like real songs. It's just like a sample, I guess. So different samples of this guitar, just so you can hear the little facets of it. And pretty much, like I said, it's pretty much almost a 10 out of 10 guitar, 9.5 out of 10, because I don't really want to round up to 9.9 or something stupid like that. It's 9.5 out of 10. There's some flaws with it, but I haven't really found any glaring problems in it at all. And everyone I've talked to and everyone that's heard this guitar immediately falls in love with it. And it's just such a good all-around guitar. If you buy it and you have a family member or a friend that plays guitar, you can loan it to them, and they'll find something to do with it that would blow your mind away, just because of how different it is to what you can do with it and what you do with it. And it's just all around interesting, and pretty much it's something that you'll want to take care of, because these guitars, I'm pretty sure, are going to be worth a lot of money in the future, just because of how all around good they are. Alright, well, this is R. Russell 263 signing off.